Here is the Philco 112 as I have repaired it, and as you can see, I did not take out all those little Bakelite containers and empty them out. I used them as a terminal point, and the main reason why I did that was if I were to clean all that out and stuff them in new, I would have to charge for that. This is not my radio. But what I want to talk about today is down here at the bottom when I replaced the electrolytic capacitors. I was not happy with my first try. Here is the power supply before I did anything to it, and there is a nice screw bolt at the top of that resistor, and I thought, well, I can use that. And I put this terminal strip on it and started to connect the wires up to it. And here I have successfully added the wires, or soldered the wires, to the terminal strip. But when I look at this, I go, well, that positive voltage is really close to the center. Both capacitors at that end, of course, are positive, and the center is negative. And we're only talking about 300 or maybe 350 volts, which won't jump an arc, but it still did not satisfy me that that's a little too close for that much voltage. You just never can tell what can happen. So I decided to try and come up with something else. And I thought about cardboard, and I cut a few pieces, and I go, yeah, that's kind of flimsy. As I said, I was looking for a material, and I happened to pick this up, and I go, this is pretty nice. It's rough on both sides, thin, and will glue up nicely. So I tried it. As you can see, I cut the original terminals apart, and I used the fingernail file, cut it the size that I wanted, and glued each side of the capacitors to each side of the fingernail file, and it worked great. It's very stiff, doesn't take up very much room, and of course I could have sized that any way that I wanted. But I figured that this was appropriate for this amount of voltage. And of course at the end I taped everything up so you don't see this. But I thought I'd pass this along because I think I'm going to be using this a lot more in the future. Thanks for watching.